Smartphones, they allow us access to just about anything or anyone.
That is true, and today it's not uncommon for people to take their search for a soulmate online.
And Curtis McLeod talked with a couple who, despite living thousands of miles apart, have their happy ending. But police tonight are warning there are some red flags to relationships found online.
She popped up and we started emailing back and forth.
It was a budding romance that began as friendly correspondence between two people almost 10,000 miles apart.
Things kind of grew as we discovered common interests.
James Brooks and Janet, a native of the Philippines, met online, and in months James would fly halfway around the world to meet his soon-to-be wife.
Do you love her?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The two would go through a lengthy legal process and fly back to the United States, getting married in downtown Jonesboro. Their mail-order romance is still going strong 10 years later, but happily ever after doesn't always happen.
One of the biggest things is getting scammed.
When two strangers half a world away meet online. Leslie Earhart with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office says people need to be cautious and be alert for potential dangers.
If they choose to go online to look for a spouse in another country, just be aware that every website is not reputable. And there are some red flags to look for.
Earhart says one of those red flags could be a person whom you just met asking for money, not too soon after you've established a relationship. Another potential danger could be spousal abuse. Leslie and I talked about a case out of Sullivan County that happened a few years back, where a man brought his wife, a native of China, back to the U.S., then she was reportedly subjected to abuse.
He beat her, he was acted out sexually against her. She felt that she couldn't get away. And ultimately what she ended up telling detectives when she finally got away from him is she didn't understand that that was not what was supposed to happen. She didn't understand American culture. She didn't realize that he was doing anything out of the ordinary.
Luckily, this woman was able to get out of that relationship, and her husband was charged with a crime. While James Brooks says he would never do anything to harm his beloved wife, he's made sure she knows the law.
The only thing you need to know are 3 numbers, 911. If anything bad ever happens to you because of me, you just call this number and they'll come and slap my ass in jail.
Bottom line, the faces of mail-order romances have evolved.
You need to do your share of research. Make sure you're going through a reputable website, a reputable agency. If you don't, you're setting yourself up to become a victim of some type of crime.
And so has the dangers. Curtis McLeod, News Channel 11, in your corner.
Maybe we should remind you, police encourage you to call 911 if you suspect or experience relationship